There are only a few mobile phone brands and they launch one of the best flagship mobile phones. Yes, I am talking about Samsung, Apple and OnePlus. Samsung has done the launch event of the Galaxy S20 series in the month of February. Now it is time for OnePlus. OnePlus is also about to launch OnePlus 8, 8 Pro and also much awaited OnePlus budget phone. Prior to getting into it, could you give a subscribe because I always try to create great content. Otherwise, let me get into it. Typically, OnePlus does launch their mobile phones in the month of May. But in 2020, OnePlus is gonna launch OnePlus 8 series before May. Here's a good news. OnePlus 8 series are about to be landed on 14th of April. And it is official. You must have heard about the virus, which is going on these days. It affected so many brands like Apple, Oppo, Xiaomi, OnePlus and more. Some brands are launching their mobile phones online way. I am wondering OnePlus 8 series will also be landed online way. So far, so many leaks have come out regarding the OnePlus 8 series. There could be 3 mobile phones in this series, the 8 Lite, the 8 and the 8 Pro. According to Max Winbatch, OnePlus 8 Lite will be called OnePlus Z and that won't be landed on 14th of April. There will be another launch event for that. I'm not sure what about OnePlus Z, but this is confirmed the 8 and the 8 Pro are launching on 14th of April. There is the official confirmation from OnePlus. All OnePlus mobile phones will be 5G. We won't get to see 4G device from OnePlus anymore, which is literally majestic. OnePlus is taking a step forward. Jump into the leaks directly. We are not gonna be talking about OnePlus 8 Lite or OnePlus Z in this video. We are gonna be making a separate video for that. This is just about 8 and 8 Pro. OnePlus 8 could have 6.55 inches 1080p OLED panel with 90Hz and the 8 Pro could have 6.78 inches 1440p OLED panel with 120Hz. No suspect both mobile phones will be protected with the Corning Gorilla Glass 6 front and back both side. But I am a little bit disappointed with OnePlus 8 just because of 90Hz screen. That should also have had 120Hz screen same as the Pro variant. The reason that's not about to be much cheaper. That will also be so much expensive. OnePlus 8 could be available in 3 colors, glow, black and green. And the OnePlus 8 Pro could also be available in 3 colors, blue, black and green. OnePlus has never launched green mobile phone before. For the first time, we are about to get green OnePlus mobile phone. And to be honest, green color is literally looking majestic. OnePlus 8 could come with 8 gigs of RAM and 12 gigs of RAM. RAM type could be LPDDR4X. It could have 128 and 256 gigs of UFS 3.0 storage. And the 8 Pro could also come with 8 gigs of RAM and 12 gigs of RAM. RAM type could be LPDDR5 in the 8 Pro and it is latest RAM type. It could also have 128 and 256 gigs of UFS 3.0 storage. Both mobile phones will have latest flagship chipset from Qualcomm. Both will be powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 octa-core processor. Everybody knows this is by far the best processor for the mobile phones. It is 5G processor. The reason the 8 and the 8 Pro will be in 5G. The mobile phone is nothing without the powerful battery and better charging capability. OnePlus 8 could have 4300 mAh battery with 30W warp charger. Unfortunately, no wireless charging. The 8 Pro could have 4510 mAh battery with 30W warp charger, 30W wireless charging and 3W reverse wireless charging. I am impressed with the OnePlus 8 Pro. This one could be the first wireless charging phone from OnePlus, if I am not wrong. A flagship mobile phone must have wireless charging capability. The 8 Pro is about to have 120Hz screen. That is also gonna consume a lot of battery. Let's see, does it support 120Hz on 1440p resolution unlike the Galaxy S20 Ultra. Samsung didn't include this feature in the S20 Ultra just because of battery drain problem, whereas that has 5000 mAh powerful battery. Moving on your favorite part of the mobile phone, the camera. OnePlus 8 could have 48 megapixel main camera, 16 megapixel ultra wide angle and 2 megapixel depth sensor. Also 16 megapixel the front facing camera. OnePlus 8 Pro will be completely different from the OnePlus 8 in terms of the camera. The 8 Pro could have quad rear camera setup with 48 megapixel main camera, 48 megapixel ultra wide angle, 8 megapixel telephoto and 5 megapixel depth sensor. It could also have 16 megapixel the front facing camera. But what about the 8K resolution? Will the 8 Pro be able to shoot the 8K video? The 8K resolution doesn't mean anything in the mobile phone. The 4K resolution is sufficient. All these leaks credit to Ishan Agarwal on Twitter. Specs are awesome in the 8 and the 8 Pro. The price should also be pretty awesome. The OnePlus 8 could be cost at around $530 of the 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. And OnePlus 8 Pro could be cost at around $770 of the 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. According to Indian price, OnePlus 8 is gonna be around 13,999. OnePlus 8 Pro is gonna be around 57,999. The price is a little bit higher. OnePlus is being costly year by year, but still cheaper than the competitor. Do a comment, what are you more excited for, OnePlus 8 or OnePlus 8 Pro? By the way, a great thank you for watching the video. I will see you in the next one, and now I wanna wind up the video.